In this video, I'd like to talk about the dreaded scope creep. Scope creep is when your project had a certain definition in your mind and it becomes much, much bigger over time. A lot of the time this happens because you have a different vision of what something is than your customer. Now, running my own agency for 12 years, I know this pain firsthand. It's demoralizing. The never-ending project that we all know about, the conflict or potential conflict that you might have with customers. Well, I'd like to show you how we dealt with this and how you too could put scope creep to death or just make sure that you're getting paid for it. So how I like to do this is on the line item level. One of the big reasons why we have scope creep is because we're vague. And so I would suggest something that follows this format. Typically, I'll start a line item with a summary sentence or two. You're not getting into a ton of detail there. But then you're breaking down what's included in a bulleted list. So in this case, it's a marketing project, and this is a blog line item. I say I'm going to create a blog for the client. Base layouts include, and then I list main blog loop, individual blog layout. And then I have a limitation here. Note there's a max of 2 design revisions included. Now it's important that I do this because, as you can imagine, a blog in someone's mind could be massive, right? You could spend $1,000 having someone build a blog for you. You could spend $1 million. I mean, blogs can get really, really complicated. The goal of this is you want to define the spirit of the work. It's not that maybe I add an additional layout, right? Maybe it was kind of a small thing and I just throw it in there. But I've established the spirit of the work so it can't become something much, much bigger. Okay. Another concept I like to talk about is building a fence around your work. Be clear about what's included, maybe what's not included. This max of 2 design revisions can be a real handle that I can grab onto. Again, maybe I even give them a 3rd design revision, but I can give them a warning call or a warning notice once we get to 2. Now, the last thing I would add here is, when you add modifications in our system, these configurable options, one of the nice things that you're doing is you're making it clear that it's not included. So MailChimp integration is a paid add-on. If they don't click on it, well, it's not included in the scope of this actual line item. So if I could summarize, be clear. Don't create what I like to call the vague vortex, where you cannot, close down a project or part of a project. Spell things out, give some clarity, and define the spirit of the work. And that's how you can control scope creep.